Okay, board members, we're at board member comments. Part of our agenda. Okay, board member Lear.
I'd like to have a discussion, and I don't know on how we can do this in a, maybe we have to have it in a public setting, but I think we need to become clearer about what board positions mean if the board acted previously for staff assistance on issues and in legislation. I think we're putting our staff in a very difficult position. I feel like board members are unnecessarily conflicted about this, and I think we need to have that discussion. I know we probably will have an opportunity in the next couple months, but I think that puts us in a real difficult situation for the rest of this legislative session. So I don't have a solution. I'm just saying I think it's really problematic for board staff, and it's certainly problematic for me as one board member.
Okay, noted. Member Earl.
Yeah, I just want to publicly acknowledge that I had mixed up those policies, and then I wouldn't have voted for policy number 1004, advisory groups, because there's some language in there I don't agree with. So I just wanted to make sure I just noted that, since I wasn't able to go back and vote a second. So.
Okay. Member Hutchings. Are you muted?
Oh, sorry, it froze. I'm having these weird computer issues today. I just wanted to take a quick minute and say that I completely agree with what Member Booth said earlier in this meeting about the great appreciation that we have for agency staff and how hard they work to fulfill the duties and that we give to them. And especially right now in the legislative session, I know how crazy busy it is and how hard they work and how many hours they're putting in to be able to promote legislation that we've asked them to. And we may not individually agree with 100% of what some of those those bills come out to look like. But I think overall, I think it's okay if we have some disagreement here and there, but that we also really appreciate their hard work. And overall, I just want to personally say thank you for, I know, the many hours that are going into promoting the business of Utah state education, particularly right now during this legislative session.
Thank you. Member Klein.
Yes, I just want to also add that I would have voted no on policy 1004 if I had had a chance to redo it. I don't know what happened, but I got it wrong and I needed it to be a no. So that's it.
Okay. Well, I'm not seeing any other. Oh, Member Straight.
Yes, I'd like to back up Board Member Lear's comments with maybe just a little bit of a request that more time be given to our legislative priorities, especially during this time. And we have a meeting directed toward that, but by the time we get to the part where we're actually talking about and emotioning, and then we get bogged down into conversations on one bill, and it takes up all the time. But I just think it's so important. I want to engage in those topics. I definitely don't want to shorten the debate, but gosh, we need to get to the business of our business.
Vice Chair Belknap.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I've appreciated the conversations by the other board members here and the need for maybe more clarity on bills. I know that Angie and Jeff spent a lot of time on giving us the outline, and I think some of our problems come when we don't spend the time on those outlines before we start taking positions. And so I would appreciate if Board Member Lear and or Board Member Straight have thoughts that they might want to send to, at least to me, or maybe all of leadership would be better, so that we could maybe look at ways to make it better for our board as a whole. And second, I just want to say thank you. I love February. It's the month of love, and it's not about Valentine, but it is about love. And I love serving with you, and I love our staff and all the hard work that they do with us and for us. So, and today I just want to especially say to Sybil how grateful I am for how quickly she's caught on to all of this mess, and that she is so great to work with. So thank you to all of you, and to Sybil. Thanks.
Thank you. I also, I express a lot of gratitude, but in managing expectations to this board, and also chairing, I take it really serious when we do take action, and we do, and you do give direction. But in managing expectations after this meeting, until we change whatever we're going to change, we need to have some dialogue. Our staff are working diligently on stuff that's not even before us, knowing that it's against what we're ever going to do. I mean, there's a lot of work that happens on that Hill, and working with legislators on some things that never even surface. And they do an awesome job, and they're still in the trenches, fighting for public education and supporting our objectives, our primary direction, our strategic plan, and et cetera. So it is an interesting discussion. We definitely need to improve on this to manage board members' expectations of process and some things I think that we can improve. So I'm looking forward to those healthy discussions. So thank you. And before we adjourn, you guys see this right here? We just call this duck. Let me just put it right up into so this duck lived a really good life, and just a beautiful duck. It's a mallard. And after he finished his life and the size and everything, we decided to have him bring more joy and happiness. And it's back here. I'm sitting there going, is that taxidermy? I wonder if I should move it. But this little duck brings a lot of joy to kids that come in my office. And my little, let's see, it's grandchild, baby Roll, that's been in and out of hospitals, and that I got busted the other day by admin staff. I have a glass door here because I don't like closed doors that are completely what's going on in there. And they caught me with my little 2-year-old granddaughter that's home with COVID, and after breathing treatment, she's got to have a little fun with Papa and Grandpa. So if you ever have one of these and you're in this space of COVID, you want to have a little fun, find something, use the screen. She fed it blueberries. She tried to kiss it. So this just isn't a piece of taxidermy back here. This duck, even though it's right here, maybe I should, because I might offend somebody because it's taxidermy, but it's amazing what little things can bring joy to people. But I appreciate your service. I appreciate all the comments that has happened today, and we're always trying to do it better, and we're not kicking the can down the road on a lot of these issues. So thank you for your service. I'm not seeing any of their hands raised. Committee assignments tomorrow. Be fully engaged. There's a lot happening on the Hill. You'll see some staff divide and conquer. I may even have to divide or jump out of something out of finance, but we're a resilient group. And what's most important is when we come together and we move something forward, everyone's on board, and including myself. I've opposed a couple things, but in the past, but it is your will, and where we're working with the Capitol or whatever we've got going on with the legislature, and that it's what this body moves, and I think we move well as a group, of a 15-member group. So thank you for your service. I'm not seeing any of their hands raised. This meeting's adjourned and a little bit early, and get ready for committee action. It's lots happening. Thank you, and take care.
Thank you, Chair.
Thanks, Mark. Chair.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.
We'll see ya.